Greetings, fellow rebounders, and if you're not a rebounder, greetings anyway. My name is Nuala O'Connor and I'm the creator of two programs called Rebound For Wellness, and they're all about helping you to rebound literally for your wellness, not for fitness, though fitness comes with the programs, but it's rebounding. And any exercise, when it's done to meet your wellness needs, you listen to your body. When it's done for a fitness program or to reach a fitness need, you're listening to an external program, and that could be well outside your capabilities depending on your energy right now. So it's really good to listen to your body and what it needs. And you don't have to be walking marathons or running marathons or walking mountains sometimes to reach a wellness level. Now, it has been proven that we need daily weight-bearing exercise, and it's good to keep it moving. And that's what rebounding can give you. It can give you daily weight-bearing heart pumping exercise. But I would suggest that you begin with just 1 minute. 1 minute a day, and then you work your way up. Why do I suggest that? Well, being a kinesiologist, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that I have talked to who have engaged in different forms of exercise, one of them being rebounding, and have gone at it too fast, too furious to begin with, and ended up injuring themselves, aggravating an old injury, or just having such a massive clear out in their lymphatic system, and they felt so sick that never again, and that's a quote, will they rebound. They also maybe aggravated some internal small muscles that they have around their abdomen, which can be weak when you go into the menopause years, and that's the reality of menopause, and that can be dealt with and managed with some extra nutrition in your diet. And if you want to know more about that, get in touch with me. And you see, the reason I don't give you automatic information about that right now is because everybody's different, and what is one person's redemption when it comes to nutrition can really set another person off in a negative way. So it's really down to the individual. But we have ways of dealing with that. I want to talk to you anyway about rebounding to start with. Rebounding has been clinically proven to be 68% more effective than running outside, even walking. You get 68% more benefits rebounding. It helps to pump your lymphatic system because the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It relies on exercise. And this helps to do that. And we all know nowadays that the lymphatic system is extra important in helping us to get rid of toxins out of our body, as well as bring nutrition around our body when we've got nutrition in there. The lymphatic system doesn't work that well when we're stressed. And rebounding can help us clear out the toxins, clear out the stress hormones, clear out any hormones that are in there. So it's really important. Because it's weight bearing, and because the rebounder absorbs 87% or thereabouts, depending on the rebounder you have, of the impact, it's low impact on your whole body and on your joints in particular. But it also distributes the weight right up through all your main joints evenly. Right up through the back, right up through the neck, right up. That seems to be, that's what NASA scientists found way back in the early 80s. When they researched all of this, because they were looking for a form of exercise for their scientists to use up in space that was going to help them because of gravity, etc., they were losing muscle mass and it wasn't working so good. So rebounding was found to be much better than jogging on a treadmill, and 68% more beneficial. What's not to like about that? One thing I do, and I was just talking about it on my Retuning Me site page here, one thing I encourage myself to do, and sometimes it's a challenge to do it, is to think positive thoughts while I'm rebounding. Think positive thoughts. Make a list of all the things I'm grateful for in my head as I'm rebounding, all the blessings I have in my life. Think of all the people I want to send light and love to, and I deliberately send it to them and wish them well while I'm rebounding. These are things that I do while I'm rebounding, which means I'm even more in the system, but I'm even more invested in the outcome of rebounding being positive, because the thoughts I think set my energy in motion. And if those thoughts are positive, and on the rebounder there's a lot of energy in motion, well then I'm sending that energy, that positive energy, around my body. Win-win. Win, 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 win. I'm listening to my body as I'm rebounding. I'm not meeting anybody else's needs. Yes, the programs that I have start you at 1 minute and work up and gives you different things to do, whether it's just bounding in a walking motion or whether it's bounding, jumping motion on the rebounder, whatever it is. I do change those and interchange those. But I stress throughout the programs that you go at your own pace. You do it to meet your wellness needs. And if you start feeling pain, well, then you pull back. You pull back and you listen to your body and you go back a little bit and then you move on again. I also talk about nutrition and water and sleep and all of those things in my programs too, because they're all important. You can't just rebound and think that's it, you've met your wellness needs and you're going to be fine. You're not. You need to be drinking the water. You need to be calming the stress response. You need to be eating the good diet. You need to be getting outside and feeding your glands with sunlight, daylight. You need to be sleeping. You need to be going to bed without machines. And you need chill time. You need to put on a bit of music or something that relaxes you, not heavy metal music. There has been research to prove that music that really gets your whole system pumping actually can be detrimental to your cells. The vibration in the music can really, really help you to retune and heal. And classical music, old traditional classical music, Beethoven, Mozart, all of those guys, that music seems to have a beat to it, a rhythm to it that is healing. Tuning forks are healing. You get loads of this on YouTube now at this stage, guys. But you need this bigger picture. You need to get everything going. That's what I do with people through kinesiology, through the tapping. I want to give everybody a holistic, especially women, I want to give you a holistic approach to your life and your wellness. Simple changes, massive effects, massive changes in your body. Simple things that you have to change can bring massive outcomes of healing, of rebalancing, of wellness. You want to get living your best life, especially when you hit into the menopause. Listen, you've given your life over to others. Now it's time to have it for yourself. I'm going to stop now. I've talked to you a little bit about rebounding, the benefits of it. If you have a rebounder in your house and you're not rebounding, why? Get it out. Come on, get it out and get on it and start back again at 1 minute. And if you've been rebounding and you haven't been rebounding, if you've been rebounding for a while and stopped for a few weeks, well then you got to go back and start 1 minute and build up to 2, build up to 3, build up to 4. Maybe not every week, but every few days to get yourself back up again. Don't go on it thinking you can start up where you left off. Not necessarily so, because if your lymphatic system is lethargic again and it's got toxins in it again, you need to start it off slowly again. Your muscles as well. These little muscles in here get fatigued and can get starved of all the nutrition they need if you're going through the menopause and you're triggering a stress response and your hormones are low. Well, your body's going to take nutrition and stuff from everywhere to help you cope. And that leaves your muscles lacking. And then they get fatigued easily. And if they get fatigued too easily and you overdo it, well, then you're going to pull them and you're going to be sore. If you do rebounding the way I suggest, with 1 minute, build up, build up, build up, build up, even if you find that frustrating, but you're going slowly, you start to listen to your body. You start to pay attention to yourself. You start to ease into exercise and do it for your wellness. And you're starting to be your own best friend. Isn't that brilliant? Listen, I speak from experience. When you listen to your body, when I listen to my body, we mightn't like what we hear initially, but we're showing up for ourselves, and gradually the outcome is very good. But if you leave it too late to listen to your body, and dis-ease becomes disease, then you're in a little bit of trouble. And you really need to go back and start. And kinesiology is one of the best ways of helping you to start listening to your body. Prevention is always better than cure, I always say. If you're overstressed right now, you need to deal with it right now, rather than let yourself get to an ill state and then deal with it. Prevention is always better than cure. If you can put these things, these habits into your life right now, before things get too stressed, then you're being your own best friend and you could prevent yourself ending up ill. Think about it. If you have one of these, get it out, get on it, and start again. If you haven't got one of those, think about getting one of those. Get rebounding.